This podcast contains explicit content intended for adults 18 years of age or older. These stories are not intended for children under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm so hungry. It's been 2 days since I've eaten anything. This friggin' island doesn't have much for resources. I ate all the rations I had from that backpack. It's hard to find shade from this unforgiving sun. Yeah, and I don't like the sounds of those guys either. So, if you're wondering what, where, and why, you could say I was involved in a deal gone south. I just wanted to cash out and not deal with this 9-to-5 bullshit anymore. So I tried to pull a fast one on my new boss. The one that got me into a new way of life. Let me take you there. I found out through a few close friends about an odd job guy that might be able to help me out. Alright, everyone, shut the fuck up. This is Andreas. He's the one I ripped off. I understand you folks are looking for a little extra work. Uh-huh, I smartly say. He kinda just stares at me. Then says, "Come with me for a minute." So I get up. I walk over. He opens the door and says, "After you." I walk in, and my surprise, 4 extremely big men in black suits. "Still want to be a smartass?" I reply, "Nah, I'm good." Andreas explains to me the plans of this operation. It's actually a really easy job. Just make sure you're shaved up and clean so you don't leave a trace. I go to one of Andreas's owned businesses, grab a pizza box with an address, drive it to the desired address, drop it off in exchange for a written inscription translating for my next destination. Typically, this spot has a change of clothes with a hood, gloves, a different vehicle, and a briefcase with a combination lock. The right back pocket of the pants always has a newspaper clipping or what have you, with numbers in descending order giving me longitude and latitude for the final location. I know I said it was easy, but once you know, you know. The final destination, usually there's a plane or a boat. I find out when I get there. Anyway, there's always someone there. I give a couple key words, they reply back, and it's confirmed. I give them the case. I go back to my vehicle, change back into my clothes, burn the clothes and gloves I was wearing. I don't ask for any details. I just do this once a week, 12 p.m. every Wednesday. On the last Wednesday of each month, the one I give the briefcase to passes me a random book. You know, the typical size book like a novel or whatever. Anyway, I don't open it until I get home. It's hollowed out with my pay. Definitely enough to keep you coming back. I joined this outfit without the intention of severance. You've seen all the movies. If you're in, you stay in. And if you want out, they will put you out. So put your head down and do your job. Yeah, I hear you, I say as my train of thought is interrupted by these friggin' vultures circling and hanging out. My new friends look hungry. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, do your damn job. I've been one of his guys for 3 years now. The money is great, but once you get in that world of money, you just end up wanting more. Money's solving all my problems with as many distractions that I can buy. Yada, yada, yada. So I got greedy. I wanted to see what was in that briefcase. I got wise and brought a gun with me the last time and told him to open the briefcase. Before he did, he said, "Breach of contract. And I reply, yeah, whatever, shut up and open it. Finally putting in the last few combinations, he turns it around and shows me. There's at least 200 times more in there than I make a month. Tell him to turn around, then I pistol whip the guy. I walk to my car and put the money in my trunk. I started my vehicle, then it instantly turned back off. What the hell? I say to myself as I see something in the distance getting closer. 2 black cars heading in my direction. Why did I do this? I didn't need any more money. Breach of contract was the call for termination of occupancy. Andreas steps out, looking at me and smiling, and says, "Still trying to be a smartass?" Before I could even think of an answer, my passenger door opens and I'm dragged out of my car by my head. Of course, it's the same 4 meatheads I met on my first day. They toss me in the plane and tie me up to a seat. Andreas walks up, stares at me, and says, "Your contract has expired." I roll my eyes as he slams the door down. I hear the plane start powering up. Before long, we are airborne. I have no idea of my fate. I hear the pilot yell back to one of Andreas's goons. "This is the spot," he said. I guess this is where everyone goes in this business when they apply for EI. Without time to think, my straps are torn off, the plane door opens, and I'm thrown out. Now there you have it, and I only have myself to blame. I'm ignoring the fact that there are other decayed ex-employed corpses scattered about on this island. I would say this place is about 4 acres. There's palm trees spread so far apart that it's hard to get shade, so I have a reddish color to my skin. I guess you can say I'm being cooked alive for my new friend's next meal. I think there is more than one moral to this story. Let's pick the not so obvious. What doesn't kill me will make me stronger. Starving, burnt, and about to be these vultures' next meal. If I survive this, I will be stronger, and not so greedy. I see something in the water. Oh shit, it looks like a small boat. Doesn't look like anyone's on it. I don't have to swim out, it's moving this way. I can't believe this. It's a motorboat. Let's see if it starts. Alright, let's go. See you later, birds. Some time passes. I'm really hoping I'm going in the right direction. Should I veer left or right? If you would like to veer left, skip ahead to 12 minutes. If you decide to go right, then just continue and listen. I'm surprised this thing still has gas. I spoke way too soon. That's okay. I can actually see a beach in swimming range. Let's do it. Almost there. Made it. I can't believe it. I'm not far off from my apartment. I see a bike leaned up against the wall. I'm taking it. I got food at home. After I got home, cleaned up, and ate all my food in my kitchen, and thought long and hard about my next move. I devised a plan. Withdrawing some cash from the not-so-obvious ATMs, aka no one's business but mine, reached out to some loyal connections. My goal here is malice intent. As I walk up the street, I'm packing, yes, indeed, heading straight to Andreas. I know where he hangs out at this time. A not-so-common bar club. I imagine myself blowing his brains out and then getting on with my day. But instead, I walk in and sit down beside him. He says,
What the hell?
I already injected him. He will be out for a while. His 4 goons out back are taking a nap also, and tossed in a black van. I drag him out the bar, telling everyone he's had a little too much to drink. The van pulls out front, and now he lays with his friends. I give a nod to the driver as we excel to our next spot. We circle around the island so we can see them swim ashore. Your contract has expired. So you decided to veer left, eh? As your boat starts chugging and running out of gas, you almost want to give up. But you see something ahead. An island. It looks like it's in swimming range. Alright, here we go. No, you have got to be kidding me. I went in a circle. By this time, it's becoming night again. I wrap myself in dead man's cloth. These nights are cold. It's hard to sleep in a graveyard. That's ironic. Rest in peace, my ass. Just going to ignore that. Going to ignore that too. Oh man, what is happening? I'm going to take a peek. A voice directly in front of me speaks. I put my head up and look. The moon is my only light behind 8 outlined black figures that stand before me. I have nothing to lose at this point, so I stand up and say, "Lead you how?" They reply, "Use your wings." I must have blinked, and now these 8 figures have what it looks like to be wings. I suddenly feel claws in my back. The vultures are attaching themselves to me, giving me 2 black wings. My veins turn black. My blood is poison. I am no longer me. Falling to my knees, giving my final breath.
My name is Vulture. I command this army. Andres, we are coming for you. as we